Wow, I'm getting a ding in there from somewhere. We better smash that mute button pretty quick here. Welcome to the beautiful work table. I've added a little bit of a logo up here to support the new network that we've joined, the Tabletop RPG Network. If you're familiar with the works of Dave, the Digital Dungeon Master, he has started himself a little network with the likes of Drake's Takes and Gorgio, FSH I'm gonna ask him what the deal is with that. Marbanya does some sweet Savage World stuff. There's me, the Murder Hobo Show, Remedies. That's Robin, and then Rob 2E, Rob 2E, which is funny because I think his last name is 2E as well, and that's why that's there. And then Worm Food, my buddy Stace, Bella Muerte, and yeah, so he's got a collective group of people that are part of the Tabletop RPG Network. So yeah, be sure to go check them out on the Twitches. Okay, let's get back to my main camp, no TTS deal right here. Today we are doing, I actually, you know what, I kind of bunged that up here. We're going to go back to, where are we at? We are at, excuse me, we are right here. Afternoon Maps is creating RPG and D&D battle maps. This is a fella named Neil, known here as Afternoon Maps. Loves pen and paper RPGs, and he's been creating battle maps for fun for the kind of people that support me here on Patreon. This guy, this stuff is pretty sweet. I really am digging on his artwork and his style. I think it's fantastic. And sometimes when you see elements like this, they just come together inside a tabletop simulator and pop, like Rice Krispies or a balloon or something. But yeah, Neil's got he's got quite a few frickin' patrons, man. Like 2,000 frickin' patrons come and see this guy on a monthly basis. For $1 or $2, you can get yourself some sweet maps like the Old Forest Shrine that you'll see here. This is a great looking map. There's a little too much detail on this map for me to put this thing inside of Tabletop Simulator, but I could see myself just dropping the roads down a little bit, maybe a layer or two. The bottom layer is going to be the river. That's a pretty sweet looking deal going on there. You got night and day maps, a couple of different little add-ons with sort of tokens in the middle, but check this one out too. This is another great looking one, like an old-timey seafarers, seafront kind of shipyard. Got some night versions going on here with different variants. It's pretty sweet, with or without the boat. Here's a boat that's finished. Cool stuff. So, as usual, I get all of my maps from Reddit. Usually I skim through D&D 5e maps or battle maps or something like that. And if I find something appealing or something that I like to sort of grab onto it, rip it apart, and put it together inside of the old Tabletop Simulator, my favorite role-playing VTT. We got right here. I like this map. I don't know what it is about this map, but it just kind of appealed to me. The swamps, I had a great idea that you'll see coming on here, but the ease with the lines, the little room down here, sewer pipes and stuff like that. I know I've got those inside a Tabletop Simulator. I know I've got these kind of rocks and stuff like that. So as I was cutting this thing apart, I was thinking, what can I use this for? What kind of cool stuff can I get into? Well, even though it says the Ratkings nest up in the top corner, man, this can be anybody's nest down in gang of bandits, their hideout, their lair. Maybe somebody's holding hostage down here in this room or something, and you've come down to get the princess or something like that. You're digging her out of the shitter. But let's go smash the build button and see how this thing ended up looking in the end. What do we got going on here? So, if you were watching the last video that came out, that was our podcast, episode 21 on swarms. This is kind of fitting because this is the Rat King's Nest. And down in the corner here, you got Sleuthy Sleutherson. I don't know why his light is so bright all of a sudden, because it wasn't this bright last time. But good old Sleuthy Sleutherson here is making his way through the dungeon. Here's one of the cool things that you can do is you can adjust the night. So because it's a sewer, it's going to be dark. There ain't no torches lit and that kind of thing. So old Sleuthy Sleutherson's down here peeking around. He's got his nose down deep in the dark, dank underbelly. These swamp water things that I found, I think is just freaking fantastic. You'll see that he sort of sinks in because there's no collider, right? This water stuff is pretty cool. You can tint it green, and then in doing so, it just sort of looks like swamp water. I laid it in between the different layers, and yeah, it gives it sort of a really cool looking ambiance. Old Sleuth's got his lantern out, and yeah, he's making his way through the city grates, through the city sewers. I wonder if I can click on that light. No. Maybe because the two of them are combined into a unit here. But yeah, Sleuth comes around the corner and takes a peek in here. Oh, what's this? I must have left a guy in here. Human thief. He finds a miniature human thief just rousing from his slumber in the bed. Startled awake, the human thief looks at him and says, "Hail, friend, what can I do for you?" And Sleutherson says, "I've never seen such a thief so short as yourself. What brings you here, my good friend?" That's really not what happens. But anyways, you got a little bit of inspection going on here. You got some crates, maybe find some cool stuff in here. Maybe some gunpowder, maybe some explosions. Maybe a hint as to what's down here. Throw a block of cheese on this table because, there's cheese inside of Tabletop Simulator. One of the cool parts about this map, too, that I like, look at the little broken boards for getting across. You get yourself bit by a rat. You got some open wounds, and you're walking through the festering underdark sewer kind of a thing, through the grates and through the shit pipes. You're going to take yourself or make some constitution checks to see if you can, prevent the disease from getting inside your body. Another cool thing, too, is when you get drunk and you're in the sewers, there's a good chance, like what just happened, you'll fall into the drink just all on your own. Nobody said Sleuth was perfect. He's a bit of a tanker. I wonder why that guy's fallen in there. That's kind of like a weird thing to happen. Oh, there seems to be something afoot. That's interesting because there's a part of the map that does not have a collider in it. Cool. We just ran into this problem last week. All right, so good old Sleuth makes his way down to the corner. And you've got these little side alleyways and stuff here that who knows where they lead from, right? But the cool part about these little things is there's a great opportunity to have some rats pop out of there. Who knows what's down in the old sewers? Well, that rat, he's drunk as well. So let's put him up there. Control C. We got a bunch of rats all drunk and falling into the water. Look at that guy. Right, so here's your first little swarm attack that makes you wonder what's happening. What is going on here? Old Sleuth, good thing he's got his lantern, his oil and whatnot, and his gun, because maybe he's going to shoot a couple of these things. But with that gun there, he's tossing some oil on these suckers and lighting it on fire. See what happens there. That's one good way to get rid of them. But you got a couple of these things, which is cool. I like that about this map. There's a little ridgeway here that nothing can get through. So when the rats, maybe they get up shit creek without a paddle and they're lit on fire, the little bastards can run away that way. Carrying on down through the map, you've got this little area over here. Who knows what kind of nonsense the Rat King is hiding in here? Maybe he's got himself some kind of oat yug or something like that sitting in here. Some kind of swamp beast. Maybe he's got a hidden crocodile or an alligator. And then you got a great little area right at the end here for the final boss map. These paper minis that I use in game, once again, are made by Paperforge. The guy does a fantastic job. I love the frickin' artwork. This is cool. So, we're going to confront the old were-rat human. This is the guy that's been stealing stuff, been ripping things off from the people in town and whatnot, and this is going to be the final boss fight. So you think he's just an ordinary thief, right? Well, you'd be wrong, because we got states, and I just immediately turned him into the Rat King. At this point, I'm going to increase his size because, he is a giant-ass humanoid rat, and he is in full control of course, this swarm of rats. But yeah, pretty sweet. You got a little Rat King guy going on at the end here. Comes up, dual wielding. He's got some, disease bite going on. Maybe a whip with the tail is one of his attacks because he's got this, ultra long human-sized rat tail. And then the double daggers and all of these little minions to sort of distract old Sleuth McSleutherson. Yeah, great map. Anyways, that's it for this one. We made 10 minutes on the button. All right. Peace out, everybody.